Many know the legend of Kratos, the mortal turned god who brought down the very walls of Olympus. But there was a time before Kratos became the monster known as the Ghost of Sparta. A time when something other than rage consumed him. A time when, in spite of the madness that plagued him, Kratos would break his blood oath to an unjust god.
So I made a rule when I came to the PlayStation booth to prioritize stuff that was new IPs, innovative, brand new stuff I'd never seen before. But I'll have God of War, so screw the rules. So I'm here with Jason, who's going to talk to me about what's new with God of War, and we've got multiplayer this time around. How does that work?
Yes, we do. So players will be able to customize their own heroes, align to the gods that they want to, and take on their abilities and powers.
So what was the thinking in another God of War game so soon, but not connected to sort of the linear story?
Well, we saw an opportunity here to kind of take the story in a direction that we didn't have a chance to do before. After God of War 1, the series kind of had a life of its own because, you know, we're following the events directly after that and what happened to Kratos. This allowed us to kind of take on a different part of his past, something where the gods are alive again, Kratos isn't as mad, and we could tell some new stories.
So what point in continuity are we? Because Kratos wiped out a lot of gods. There aren't many left.
Yeah. Well, they're all alive now, because this is the prequel. This is before God of War 1. This is also before Kratos was kind of the angry menace that we've known him to be. So we're going to, the story will kind of show some more details on that.
So what's the premise of Ascension?
Well, the premise in the single player is basically he's trying to deal with the fact that he swore an oath to Ares after getting his Blades of Chaos, as told in previous God of Wars. So it basically tells that story of how he was doing during that time and what he had to deal with before God of War 1 took place.
Right. Now, what sort of gameplay modes have we got?
So the mode that we're showing on the floor today is called Team Favor Rush. It's basically a mode where every player is trying to earn favor from the gods. They do that from dominating the altars, from opening chests, by also killing the other players. What
other gameplay modes are we going to get in multiplayer, and how do the favor of the gods work?
Well, the favor of the gods works by it's basically a point system. Right. So again, like the chest, the killing the players, killing the Cyclops will all earn points that will win the match. And when a point threshold gets reached, they'll have the opportunity to kill the giant in the arena. And if they do that, they'll get a massive amount of points, 1,000, which will either win the game or help them catch up if they were behind. And there will also be single-player content for these guys as well, challenges and survival-ish type modes that they'll be able to do themselves. Okay,
the previous games that showed Kratos past messed him up a lot. Is this trend going to continue?
Well, I mean, Kratos is, you know, a pretty unlucky guy. We've seen what happens to him from God of War 1 through 3, so, you know, you just have to play this game and find out.
God of War, Ascension.